Hello, my name is Rebeca Mosquera and I am a senior associate with Reed Smith in New York. Our international arbitration practice focuses in some of the following areas: natural resources, energy, transportation, construction, commodities, intellectual property, life science, and the like. We also have teams that focus specifically in certain strategic regions. For example, we have our Francophone Africa desk, we have our India desk, and also our Latin America desk. So as you can see, our international arbitration practice is truly global. We collaborate across the board, and one of the things that I like to say is that the sun never sets in Reed Smith International Arbitration Practice. From California to Beijing, we work around the clock for our clients to provide good service and provide also very good opportunities. My career in international arbitration actually began in Alaska, not a place actually known for global disputes. But before that, I graduated from law school in Panama, where I am originally from. After training and working in Panama for a period of time, I decided to move to the United States and ended up in Alaska working for Shell Upstream Americas when they were performing exploration in the Chukchi and Buffer Seas in Alaska. After that, in 2011, I decided to go back to private practice, and I moved to a law firm where I worked in my first investor state disputes. It was in the construction sector, and so it was for me it was fascinating because at the time I had just finished my master's in science in project management, so that came really handy. And fast forward, after having been able to experience the nuances of an international arbitration case, I decided to move to New York and come and get my LLM specialized in international arbitration at NYU. Since graduation and passing the bar, I have been involved in over 24 of international arbitrations and international disputes. And so, as you can see, from coming from Panama to Alaska to New York to then the global stage of international arbitration, my journey has been unique, but it has provided me with an incredible tapestry of experiences that continue to fulfill me professionally and personally. With respect to Arbitral Women, I cannot remember a time where I have not been part of Arbitral Women. The organization has been with me in every single step of my career since I started in the United States. I have been part of the board for 3 terms. Now this last term, I am the newly elected president of Arbitral Women. And in truth, it's a large global community of incredibly professional women. I feel that I can go anywhere in the world and I will have someone that I can talk to. I will have community. And we, the board, we stand on the shoulders of titans. In the 90s, when this organization was born, people didn't quite understand when the co-founders were in a room talking about how important gender parity was. And at the time, everyone looked around saying, why are we talking about this? But fast forward 30 years later, I think we're still very much relevant. There is progress has been achieved, but we have, our community is very global, and we still have a lot of work to do in gender parity, inclusivity, equity, and giving people more opportunities. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you, Jus Mundi, for such an amazing tool. What I can say about Jus AI on my daily workflow is that it's a constant tab on my browser, because I get calls and I get questions from clients, and I am able to provide answers, reliable answers, in a very short period of time with lots of great quality, What I like the most is that I'm able to, once I have the output, I'm able to go and review that the information is accurate. And so that's one of the best things I think that, and the other thing is it's inside a very controlled environment, so there is very little opportunity for huge mistakes. With respect to specific features of Jus AI that I like, that's a very difficult question to answer because I really like all of them. I like the fact that I can interact with the entire database, that I can interact with one case in particular. But if I have to pinpoint one, I'll say the fact that I can ask Jus AI to provide the information in an email format or in a memo format. It's really interesting to me. As attorneys, we're always communicating with emails and memos and letters, and having that first draft that you can review and that you can understand whether that information is accurate, it's very valuable and it saves time. Obviously, you always have to review this information before it goes out anywhere in the world. Well, if I remember of a time where Jus AI significantly helped me in my legal research, I was drafting this, I was drafting this chapter on bifurcation, and I needed to, for example, understand what new cases were out there under the new exit rules. And so I asked Jus AI to provide a list of all of these cases with a specific prompting, and it gave me a great list. From that, I was able to interact with the different procedural orders, and that really saved a lot of time. For example, another time I needed to do a review of a specific award, and as you know, awards in international arbitration, specifically in investor-state disputes, can be over 300 pages. And the fact that I could interact with the award specifically was very useful. A task that probably would take me a day, it would take me now maybe 3 hours, because I'm also able to go into the output and review whether the information provided is accurate. So time, review, confirmation, it's really important to me. And so Jus AI has really made a difference in that sense. So I believe AI has influenced the legal industry tremendously. It's here, we're using it. There are different platforms and tools out there. None of them specifically for international arbitration, and that's why Jus AI has made a very huge impact and difference in that sense. But if I have to look into a crystal ball, one of the things that I feel that I can foresee in the way that AI will impact the legal industry, it's in predictive legal analysis. I have not used it yet, but I think some of the advantages of it would be to understand whether you have a strong case, whether there is a chance for settlement, whether there are arguments that you didn't think of. So again, I think at this point we have a very great landscape for the use of AI. I also think that specifically in respect to the international arbitration field and community, we have proven to be a community that it's flexible, adaptive. Proof of that was the pandemic. In 2020, we all got on Zoom and we adapted, pivoted into what was available to us. So I think we are a community that is not afraid of trying new things, as long as they're done in the correct way. And so I just think that from here, there is a great number of opportunities. you.